What is SAP ABAP on HANA, and how is it different from traditional ABAP? SAP ABAP on HANA refers to developing ABAP programs optimized for the SAP HANA database. In traditional ABAP, pre-HANA era, databases were typically relational. Oracle, DB2, MS SQL, and ABAP logic often processed large datasets on the application server. With HANA's in-memory computing, processing can be pushed down to the database layer for faster performance. What is code pushdown in ABAP on HANA? Code pushdown means executing computationally intensive logic directly in the database instead of in the ABAP application layer. Why it matters: reduces data transfer between DB and app server, leverages HANA's in-memory and parallel processing. What are Core Data Services, CDS, in ABAP on HANA? CDS is a framework for defining semantic-rich database views in ABAP using a DDL, data definition language, syntax. Key features can be consumed directly in ABAP programs or UI5 Fiori, supports annotations for UI, OData, and analytical purposes, enables code-to-data paradigm. How does HANA improve the performance of ABAP programs? HANA stores data in memory, allowing faster read and write access compared to disk-based databases. Its columnar storage format speeds up aggregations and searches. It supports parallel processing for faster execution of complex queries. Code pushdown ensures processing happens at the DB layer. Overall, it reduces response time and increases application throughput. What is an ABAP Managed Database Procedure, AMDP? AMDP is an ABAP method that contains SQL script code executed directly on HANA. It's used for complex data processing that CDS cannot handle easily. Why is data modeling important in ABAP on HANA? Data modeling ensures that business requirements are met efficiently by structuring data logically. It allows faster access to relevant data using views, joins, and relationships. With HANA, data modeling helps reduce redundancy and processing time. It also improves scalability for large datasets. Good models make applications more maintainable and flexible. What are the main performance optimization techniques in ABAP on HANA? Use code, pushdown CDS, AMDP, minimize nested select loops, use joins instead of multiple selects, apply filter conditions in select, avoid fetching all data, avoid selecting unnecessary columns, use hints in CQL if needed, monitor with CQL Monitor, SQLM, and ABAP runtime analysis, SAT. What is the difference between row store and column store in HANA? Row store stores records sequentially, better for transactional operations, OLTP. Column store stores values column-wise, better for analytical queries, OLAP with aggregations. What is the role of SQL script in ABAP on HANA? SQL script is HANA's procedural extension of SQL, used in AMDP methods to implement complex DB logic like loops, conditions, and local variables inside the DB layer. Explain the importance of HANA views in ABAP development. Attribute views for master data, analytical views for aggregated data, calculation views for complex scenarios combining multiple views, tables. In ABAP on HANA, these are often replaced or complemented by CDS views. What tools are available for performance analysis in ABAP on HANA? SQL Monitor, SQLM, captures executed SQL statements, ABAP runtime analysis, SAT, identifies time-consuming operations, SQL Trace, ST05, low-level DB access trace, HANA Studio, PlanViz, visualizes execution plans. How do you migrate an existing ABP program to work efficiently on HANA? Identify DB-intensive logic via ST05/SQLM, replace nested loops with joins. Use CDS or AMDP for pushdown, remove obsolete hints, use new OpenSQL syntax, test with large datasets. What is table function in ABAP CDS? A table function is a CDS entity implemented with AMDP to return a table result set. Usage: when you need procedural logic but still want to expose it as a CDS entity. What is the role of ABAP dictionary in ABAP on HANA? The ABAP dictionary defines and manages metadata objects like tables, views, and data elements. It ensures consistency across applications and supports HANA-optimized structures. Changes in the dictionary automatically reflect in all dependent programs. How does buffering work in HANA with ABAP? HANA itself doesn't require much buffering as it's in memory, but SAP table buffering still works for small lookups. However, overusing it for large datasets is unnecessary and sometimes harmful. What is the difference between HANA calculation views and ABAP CDS views? Calculation views, modeled in HANA Studio Web IDE independent of ABAP. CDS views, created in ABAP, integrated with transport and lifecycle management in SAP. Explain the concept of code to data in ABAP on HANA. Code to data means moving business logic closer to the database to reduce data transfer and processing time. What are the limitations of AMDP? Only works with HANA DB. Debugging is limited compared to ABAP. No automatic buffering. No access to ABAP internal tables directly. What are virtual data models, VDM, in ABAP on HANA? A structured set of CDS views that represent business data in a semantically rich format, ready for consumption by applications. How does SAP HANA improve reporting compared to traditional databases? HANA processes large datasets in memory, enabling near-instant results. Its columnar storage speeds up aggregations and analytics. This allows real-time, interactive reporting. What is the benefit of parameterized CDS views? They allow passing dynamic input values at runtime for filtering or calculations. This reduces the need for multiple similar views. It also improves flexibility and performance. What is the advantage of using CDS views over traditional ABAP views? CDS views allow semantic modeling, annotations, and integration with UI and OData. They support code pushdown for better performance on HANA. Unlike traditional views, they are more reusable and future-ready. How does HANA handle large data volumes efficiently? HANA uses in-memory storage and columnar compression to reduce storage size. It executes queries in parallel to speed up processing. This combination ensures fast access, even for massive datasets. What is the use of the SQL Monitor SQLM in ABAP on HANA? SQL Monitor tracks and analyzes all SQL statements executed by ABAP programs. It helps identify slow or high-resource consuming queries. This supports optimization for better HANA performance. What are best practices for developing ABAP on HANA? Always push logic to DB. Minimize select into usage. Use CDS/AMDP for heavy processing. Apply annotations for reusability. Test performance with large datasets.